Welcome to the solution of practice set 3.4. For this practice set, you will need the concept of inscribed angle theorem and cyclic quadrilateral. So before going to this practice set, you must know how to apply inscribed angle theorem and also all the properties of cyclic quadrilateral. So now, without wasting time, we will solve first question. In the figure 3.56, this figure, length of chord AB is equal to the radius of circle. Then find the measure of both the following, each of the following. First, angle AOB, then angle ACB, arc AB and arc ACB. So now for first question, to find angle AOB, see AB is given radius, so here AO is also radius and OB is also the radius of same circle. Both three sides will be same. So in triangle AOB, AO is same as OB is same as AB. So triangle AOB will be equilateral triangle, and we know equilateral triangle has each angle of measure 60 degrees. So angle AOB will be 60 degree. So measure arc AB will be same as angle AOB, which is 60 degree. So here we get the answer of question third. So first, now for second problem, angle ACB. So for angle ACB, see here, angle ACB is the inscribed angle. So angle ACB, to find angle ACB by inscribed angle theorem, we get angle ACB equal to half of measure arc AB, and measure arc AB is 60 degree. So angle ACB will be half into 60, which is 30 degree. So for third, arc AB equal to angle AOB, which is the central angle, so 60 degree. And fourth, arc ACB. So arc ACB will be 360 minus this arc AB, which is 60 degrees. So 360 minus 60 is 300 degrees. So arc ACB is 300 degree. For second question, in figure 3.57, quadrilateral PQRS is cyclic. Side PQ is congruent to side RQ, and angle PSR is 110. So find the measure of angle PQR, then measure arc PQR, measure arc QR, and measure of angle PRQ. So we will draw the diagram here. Given PQRS is cyclic quadrilateral and PQ congruent to RS and PSR is 110 degree. Now as angle PSR plus angle PQR will be 180, which is the property of cyclic quadrilateral that opposite angles are supplementary. So 110 degree plus this angle equal to 180. So angle PQR will be 70 degree. So next, to find measure arc PQR by inscribed angle theorem, angle PSR is intercepting this angle this arc and arc PQR. So a measure of angle PSR will be half of measure arc PQR. So 110 degree equal to half into measure arc PQR. So measure arc PQR will be 220 degree. Now for third, measure arc QR. This, as we are given that this side is congruent to this side, so in triangle PRQ we will apply isosceles triangle theorem. So in triangle PQR, PR is congruent to QR, so angle RPQ will be congruent to angle PRQ or QRP. We will give them measurement x degree because of isosceles triangle theorem. Now x plus angle PQR will be 180. So this plus this angle will be 180. So by solving this, we get the value of x as 55. So value of x is, this angle is 55, this was x, also this is 55. So to find this measure arc QR, this we will need the inscribed angle RPQ. So this angle's measurement is 55 degree. Now angle RPQ is 55 degree. So by inscribed angle theorem, angle RPQ equal to half measure arc QR. So by solving, we get measure arc QR equal to 110 degree. Now fourth, measure angle PRQ. So measure angle PRQ is same as this angle which we find earlier. So measure arc PRQ equal to angle PRQ equal to angle RPQ, which is 55 degree. So for the next problem, use the theorem of cyclic quadrilateral. I will not read the question as it is very easy, and by using some knowledge of algebraic expression how to solve the equation, you can solve this problem by your own. So we will see question number 4. So in question number 4, we are given with a figure. See, segment RS is the diameter of the circle with center O. Point T lies in the exterior of circle. Then prove that angle RTS is an acute angle. So we'll draw here diagram. So angle RTS is acute angle, which is to be proved. Now we will need a little construction. Draw this segment RU. U is point where circle and this line is intersecting. So construction, draw RU, then proof. So angle, see here, angle RUS is the angle in a semicircle. This is diameter, so diameter divides the circle into equal parts. So this is a semicircle and this is an angle in semicircle. So this will be 90 degree because any angle inscribed in semicircle is right angle. So RUS is 90 degree. Now in triangle RTU, see this RTU, angle TRU plus angle RTU is equal to angle RUS, which this is theorem of which statement? Exterior angle theorem. So we are using here exterior angle theorem. So angle TRU plus angle RTU will be angle RUS. RUS is the exterior angle and these are the remote interior angles of this exterior angle. So angle TRU plus angle RTU will be 90 degree because the measurement of RUS is 90 degree. So RUS 90 degree. Then as angle RTU will be 90 degree minus TRU, this TRU is shifted to this side, so the sign of it will be negative. So as RTU is 90 minus some angle, this RTU will be less than 90 degree. So that is angle RTU is acute angle. So because it is less than 90 degree, so it is acute. So here is the proof for fourth question. Now we will see the fifth question. For fifth question, prove that any rectangle is cyclic quadrilateral. This much question is given. So now prove that any rectangle is a cyclic quadrilateral. So first we will draw a rectangle inside a circle. So rectangle A, B, C, D. This is a rectangle which is given and this is a cyclic quadrilateral which is to be proved. So given to prove quadrilateral ABCD is cyclic. So now for proof, as this quadrilateral is rectangle, so each angle of rectangle is 90 degrees. So angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D will be 90 degree. Then to prove that this is cyclic, what we need to prove? That pair of opposite angles will be supplementary. So I will pick this angle and this angle. Then angle A plus angle C equal to 180 because both are 90. 90 plus 90, 180. Similarly, on the other pair, angle B plus angle D will be also 180 degrees. So opposite angles are supplementary. So quadrilateral ABCD is cyclic quadrilateral. So for next question, in figure 3.59, altitudes YZ and XT of triangle WXY intersect at P. So then prove that quadrilateral WZPT is cyclic. So we will write given YZ is perpendicular to WX, YZ perpendicular to WX and XT perpendicular to WY. Now to prove quadrilateral WZPT is cyclic, WZPT is cyclic, we need to prove one pair of opposite side is supplementary. So proof, as YZ is perpendicular to WX, we will get angle PZW 90 degree. So and also PT is perpendicular to WY, so angle PTW will be also 90 degree, or WTP is 90 degrees. So by doing the addition you will get 180. So these opposite angles are supplementary. So quadrilateral WZPT is cyclic quadrilateral. We don't need to prove here this angle plus this angle is 180, because if this plus this is 180, then the remaining pair will be also supplementary, because sum of all measures is 360 degrees. So 360 minus 180, so the remaining sum will be 180. So remaining, if one pair is supplementary, then other pair will be automatically supplementary. Now WZPT is cyclic. So this question, points X, Z, T, Y are concyclic. This is to be proved now. To prove X, Z, T, Y are concyclic points. Concyclic means on the same circle, or which can make cyclic quadrilateral, the vertices of cyclic quadrilateral. Now here we will use one theorem. So which is, we will write first a statement of that theorem. As point XY on line XY, these points X and Y on line this subtend equal angles at different points Z and T. See here, X and Y, these 2 points make this angle at T and make this angle at another point Z. These 2 points are distinct and both are equal. Angles are equal. This is 90 degree, this is also a 90 degree. So which lie on the same side of the line, means these 2 points are on the upper side of this line. See here, Z is also on this side, T is also on this side. So then the points X, Z, T, Y are concyclic. You will see the proof of this. You will see this statement on page number 70. Proof is not given in the textbook, so we will use the theorem statement as it is, and we get X, Z, T, Y are concyclic points. Now for next question, in figure 3.60, measure arc NS. Measure arc NS is 125. Measure arc EF is 37 degree. Then find the angle NMS. So question number 7, figure, measure arc NS 125, measure arc EF 37 degree. We need little construction here. Draw this line NF so that we will get angle NFS. F is the point which is on this line as well as on this circle. So at intersection point F. So by inscribed angle theorem, first see this angle NFS. This is the inscribed angle, as vertex of this angle F lies on the circle. So angle NFS is inscribed angle. By using this theorem, angle NFS will be half of major arc NS. So similarly, this angle ENF is also an inscribed angle. So angle ENF will be half of major arc EF. Now see, in this triangle MNF, we will use exterior angle theorem. So pause the video and write the statement using this exterior angle theorem. So now angle NMF is plus angle MNF is equal to angle NFS. So check whether your statement is right or wrong. Then by exterior angle theorem, angle NMF equal to angle NFS minus this angle MNF. Now as MNF is same as ENF, see in the diagram, MNF and ENF both are same angles. We will write using equation 1, half major arc NS minus half major arc EF equal to angle NFF. Now we have both the measurements, so 1/2 into 125 minus 1/2 into 37. So by solving this, you will get 44. So angle NMF is 44. NMF is NMF is 44 degree. So NMS is also 44 degree. Now for next question, 8th question, which is the last one. In figure 3.61, chords AC and DE intersect at B. If angle ABE is 108 degree, this angle 108 degree, and major arc EAE, this arc is 95 degree, then find major arc DC. So this major arc DC. So we need the diagram. So angle ABE is 108 degree and major arc AE is given. So as this is 108 degree, we will get this one as 72 degree because this angle and this angle are angles in a linear pair. So 180 minus 108 degree, we will get this angle as 72 degree. Now in triangle ADB, we got this angle, so now we will find out this angle ADB. So angle ADB is half of major arc AE because this angle is inscribed angle. So by inscribed angle theorem, angle ADB half of major arc AE. By solving this, we get major arc AE is given 95 degrees. So angle ADB will be half of that, 47.5 degree. Now ABD plus ADB plus DAC is 180 degree because they are angles of a triangle. So by putting the measurements, we will get angle DAB equal to 60.5 degree. So now observe here, angle DAB is same as angle DAC, and DAC is the inscribed angle of arc DC. So now by using inscribed angle theorem, we get angle DAB equal to half of major arc DC. So by solving this, we will get 60.5 equal to half of major arc DC. So major arc DC equal to 121 degree. So here is the end of this solution.